Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Midnight here again, and we're jumping into another speed build. Now, as I said in my community post, I was planning on doing a series on the channel where we take houses that were created in the Sims Freeplay by the Sims community, not the ones that are player created that they now do in the game, and making those in the Sims 4 as you would find them in the game on your phone, whether you do iOS or Android. So here I just did the house layout of the house as you would find it in the Sims Freeplay. You can see there's a big room, a small room, a little hallway, and then it's going to be end up being the bedroom. Now in the Sims Freeplay they do these roofs, and I just went through and got the roof shaped the way they had it as far as like how it looks in the game. I don't mess with the height until I get all the roof on the building like you see it now to where it actually moves, and then I go through and I mess with like the pitch of the roof, the eaves, and extend the eaves, because you'll also notice if you play the Sims Freeplay that the eaves don't stop at the walls like they do here in the Sims 4. They extend over the edge, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I know it could change the pitch of the house roof. Now I know it would be easier for me to find the pitch that I want on the first roof piece and extend the eaves on the first roof piece as well, and then just duplicate and change the size as I need to. But I don't really do that. I don't know why. And then I'm going to go into trying to figure out the roof tile. Now they go with a blue roof tile in the Sims Freeplay, and it's really blue. But I didn't really want to do that because the really blues in the game in the Sims 4 don't match the ones on your phone. So this is the blue per the swatch that I went with. And then I start going for the door. Now the door in Sims Freeplay it's most similar to that one, and this is where you see me trying to count the spaces on my phone to make sure I match the spacing in the windows in the game. And they do the brown door. Now the windows, they don't have ones that really match, so I just go with the ones that come with the base game that are really kind of like the cheapest, and that's what I'm looking for now. And I just go with the base swatch, the white. I didn't change the swatch, which I probably should have, but I didn't. Again, I'm matching the spacing where they are in the game on your phone. So that's what you see me trying to do here. 2 at the end of the hallway, 2 in the bedroom there, and then 2 where the bed would go behind the bed, and then next to what would be the kitchen. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm just looking, again, referencing back to my phone. And this is where I go in and try to find the exterior. On the exterior of this, it's the very first house you get in the game. It has a white siding, so that's what I put in. It actually matched pretty decently compared to the roof color. This is where I go in and do the flooring, and they do a thin, light colored wood flooring. That definitely wasn't it the first time. That one didn't match. And I settle on this one, and it's in the kitchen, living room, dining area, the hallway. The bathrooms have a tile, and the bedrooms have carpet. So this is where you'll see me. Now, the tile in the bathroom, it's big blue and white tiles. We don't have big blue and white tiles that I found in the game, at least in the packs that I own. So I went with the smaller blue and white tile. Now, it matches as far as like the pattern, but not the size. The bathroom also has the white subway tiles on the walls, and then I'm matching the walls for the living room, the bedroom, and the hallway. It also has the same front door throughout the house for the going to the different rooms. And again, you'll see me counting spaces for where they go. I was trying to figure out here how to get the the pink outline, and I couldn't figure it out, so we have to deal with that for the duration of the build. I don't know why my game has started popping that up and not letting that go anywhere, but hopefully I can figure it out and not have any issues with it next time, because I know that's for like the residential rentals, but this is not a residential rental. It's just a regular residential. And this is where I go in and do the lights. They have the double-sided sconces like that in the Sims, in the house, on your phone. It makes the build very dark, but what are you gonna do? Again, this version is the way it is in the version on your phone. I decided that was a little high for them and decided to move them down. So I'm double checking the lighting, making sure there's no other lighting that should be there. And I start with the bathroom. This is my favorite toilet. It's kind of hard to tell what kind of toilet it is in The Sims Freeplay. This is where I go and pick the shower. And that's the closest. It's a green shower in the game, so that's what I do. I go with that sink. Again, it's closest to what it is in the game. It doesn't have a mirror above it in The Sims Freeplay. And then the bathroom, which doesn't originally have a tub in it, but I do put a tub in it because that's the first thing that you put in one of the quests in this Sims Freeplay. So that's what we're doing there. Don't have to do it, but that's what I've done. Now I'm moving on to the living room. They have like a white, more modern console with a TV sitting on top of it. We don't have the kind of TV they have sitting on top of it in this game. That's the closest thing. That's basically the exact same couch they have. That's the exact spacing. And then I start on the kitchen. And you'll notice with this kitchen that there's no stove. Actually, there might be. I don't know. There's no stove. It's just a sink and counters, and there's no trash can. The only trash can in the whole house is the one outside that they put at the front of the house. And they have one corner cabinet, and that's it. Trying to match the color, but the swatches weren't matching up in the game, so if they're not exactly matched, that's my error. It is what it is. Now I move on to the dining room, and they have just this basic cheap table in the game, and then they have white, more modern chairs with black legs. I couldn't really find those, so I end up going with, try to go with those first. Don't decide not to go with those, and then I go with these because they're the closest. They're white with dark gray legs. That's it for the kitchen, the living room, and the dining. I move on to the hallway. It's not a desk in the Sims Freeplay, it's an actual table, and it's just got a lamp and a plant. So that's what I put on there. Try to match the color to it because they have more of the brownie tones in this game. And again, this whole house is so dark. Put that plant there. Move over to the other end, which doesn't have a light at all in my version. And it has a bookshelf. That bookshelf was too big. The one in the Sims Freeplay has like the cubicle bookshelves, but it's not like, it's like the stair step one. I didn't see that. I don't know if I just wasn't looking good enough or just didn't see it. Now I'm moving on to the bedroom, and here I'm going to try to match. They actually do have a bed that matches pretty well. I'm just trying to figure out which one it is because all the ones that I'm using are similar shapes, but I can't find the print that goes with it. So you'll see me try a few different beds, and eventually I do find one that matches pretty well. It's this one, and then I change the color because the one in the Sims Freeplay is black. So I go with that one. It's not the same pattern, but it does match decently as far as like the color and everything. Not typically I would match the nightstand to the headboard. Again, that's not how it's done in the Sims Freeplay. It's this brown matching the table out in the hallway. And then they have a big wardrobe. Again, no mirrors in the whole house. That's the house. And then I'm moving on to the outside, and it has these. It doesn't do a connected path. It just has those two path blocks and like stepping stones, which again look really a lot closer in the Sims Freeplay, but not really in the Sims 4. And here they have flowers lining the front right there in the Sims Freeplay, but I couldn't find the flowers. That they have like little actual flower plot thingies that aren't flower plots. They're just red and 4 blue flowers. And this is where you see me do the trash can. And I didn't like how it didn't match up. 1, 2 with the edge of the lot, but 2 in the Sims Freeplay it ends with the tile there at the end. So I wanted to move it back so we could at least have that. And then I go in and put the trees in that you see on the lot in the Sims Freeplay. And that's it for how the house is done. So I'm jumping into the screenshots. As we jump into the screenshots, this is the front of the house. It's nothing really special to write home about. Just what it is in the Sims Freeplay. Again, it's very basic, nothing special. We're fixing to go into the inside of the house. And we're going to look at the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, and this is the angle of that. So you see, again, it's so dark. I don't understand. I get the lighting. You don't have the capabilities to do the lighting in mobile like you do in PC. That's fine. We're going to change that when we redo this house the next time we build it, because that's what we're going to do next. So now we're jumping into a closer angle of the kitchen. We'll do the same thing with the other side, I believe. But like I said, we are going to rebuild this. We're going to make it a full house. It's going to have a trash can. It's going to have a better kitchen. It's going to have a better layout. It's going to have 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's still going to be 1 bathroom, but 2 bedrooms. We're going to change the bathroom into a bedroom when we redo it, and we're going to cut that hallway down and make it into a bathroom as well as a hallway. So it's going to be 2 different rooms. The hallway will be, and the bathroom that it is now will be the bedroom. So this is the bathroom. You can see the sink again has no mirror. Don't know why. It's just how it is in The Sims Freeplay. Again, this house is meant to be exactly as you would find it in The Sims Freeplay, with furniture liberties taken to fit the furniture that is similar to what's in The Sims Freeplay, but not, because it doesn't always match in game. Again, this is the hallway, and you'll see what I mean by it's so dark, because I'll show you the other side of this hallway here in a second, where the bookshelf is, and there is just no light. It's very dark. Doesn't really need to be. It really needs to be lit up better. And this is what I'm going to change into the other bathroom. So I'll close this off, make it a bathroom. And like I said, I'll make the other bathroom into an actual bedroom. We're about to jump into the bedroom, and you'll see that. But as we jump into the bedroom, doesn't appear as dark. But as we jump into the bedroom, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any suggestions about what you want to see next, drop them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.